Watching my Queen of the Life speaker where we help cure those hearts. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Definitely today is like always a good day. There's always a good day. It's just situations in it. This morning, definitely today was a good day. This morning I got everything that I needed to get done with those plants that I usually do. And so today's topic was about being strong. And I said, I was talking to myself because I always do. I'm learning when you talk to yourself, that means you're so comfortable with you. You don't need to go to other people for anything because you can give yourself your own advice. And so, talked about being strong. And I remember the other day I was thinking about something, and what I was thinking about is a loved one who broke my heart. And I said, your heart just broken by this loved one. And then all of a sudden I said, you know what? This loved one just made you stronger. Look at you. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, you got responsibilities and they have consequences, and they need to take care of themselves. And you have to just accept this new route and embrace it. You can't just sit here and get mad because you know what? They helped you. And sometimes in life we get mad at those people who hurt us and not knowing these people who hurt us, they made us better. And so I was sitting there and I was just thinking, you know what? These people that hurt me, they just made me stronger. I already be strong. I've been strong this whole time. I just need not to be discouraged. And so that was my thing. Not to be discouraged. These people made me stronger. They did not break me. They did not do anything really. And even when I was at my worst, I was still not to be broken. I was still fulfilled. I was talking about how I always felt good giving. I always felt good seeing someone else happy. But when it was time for me to get happy, I seen that I had a good life and I always had good things coming for me. I knew my life was really good. I just did not embrace it for some reason. And I guess I felt like I do not be discouraged because I felt like I didn't deserve it. Because I messed up so many times. I get all this good stuff coming and I didn't understand why these good stuff was coming for me when I did so much wrong. And so when I knew I had a good life, I always had a good life. I had great things coming my way. I mean, had an awesome job. And then, I left that job. And then I went to college. Then I went to go get the mental help that I needed. And then after that, I started this program. And then when I started this program, I started noticing my spirit being lifted doing it. And so I have a great life. And I even did the program with my kids, their behavior class. And we do a little exercising at the end. And then we do a prayer, and I started noticing that we've been really good. But I'm getting, don't be discouraged. And that's big because don't be discouraged. Raising your kids and feeling like, are they going to make it with you? When you hear too many people about adopting or giving their kid away, you're like, what? You're feeling like, are you going to be a good parent? Are you going to make it with your two kids? Don't be discouraged. When my parents, one got sick and the other one died. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting there like, oh my God, no, they're the ones that supposed to guide me through this. They're the ones that's supposed to help me with these kids. I don't know what I'm doing. But look at me, still on my own and trying my best to make sure that I do the best. Try to keep up with their clothes. Try to make sure they eat. Try to make sure I eat. Trying to keep up with everything. And I'm doing really good. But don't be discouraged. Not everything is not going to go the right way, and it might not go as planned. And sometimes in life, you let it get to you. That's me. It's me. I let things get to me. And I guess for right now, it's you already is strong. You already is confident. So now, don't be discouraged. That's what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting from my my rest of my life. The rest of my life, the word is don't be discouraged. Because these people made me strong. These people made me confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my own place. And it might be minor issues in here, but I have a roof over my head. I may have low income, but I'm able to pay my bills. I may have some little emotional stuff going on, but I'm still alive. I may have issues. We all do, but I'm still here. And so I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, don't be discouraged. Broken relationships, feeling unloved, feeling ugly, feeling like you're not beautiful. You know you're gorgeous. You see it in the mirror every day, but then you don't feel that way. And sometimes when you're in your feelings, you're in your feelings. And you're going to have those cry moments. Let it out. It doesn't matter how much you do cry. You have to. And sometimes in life you're just crying around the wrong people. Because you have to let it out. You're not going to be happy every day. You're not going to be smiling every day. And if someone comes up to you and tell you you need to smile, it's not like that. Embrace that. But know the God in you is with you and he's there to comfort you. Today's different, I know, but it's in my thoughts right now. I got my thinking cap on. And she's been on for a while. So this program is really good for me because it's just wanting to share what I've learned. And it's just really honestly understanding that you're not going to always be perfect. You're not going to always do everything right. You're not going to always get everything done. Don't be discouraged. That's true. Because I used to cry so bad because I couldn't clean up my house so much. And I couldn't get this done. Or I couldn't do this. Or I couldn't go here. And I couldn't go there. Or I didn't have this. Like yesterday, I told my mom, I really don't even need a vehicle. Because you know what? God showed me that I'm a traveler. God showed me that I'm eventually going to move out of here. And I'm going to travel the city. I'm going to be a traveler. I don't need no vehicle because I'm a traveler. And so that's why the vehicle hasn't came to me. That's why I just went straight to school and not wait anymore. Because waiting on people, you're going to be waiting all day. And so I started to really realize, stop waiting on people and you need to just go. Because people will let you down. They'll tell you they'll do one thing and then they won't do it. They tell you they'll do another thing and they won't do it. But then when you go and you do it and it gets it done, God's with you. God's working with me on not being discouraged though. Because sometimes in life you looking and you wondering, man, all these folks said they had my back and I don't see none of them in this pool. I'm the only one swimming. What is going on in this swimming pool? But you're starting to realize that because you're the only one that can really lift some spirits, God sent you to do some great things. See, I knew my voice was a gorgeous voice, but I was told to shut up multiple times. You talk too much. Oh, you know what? That's because God sent me. He said I talk too much because my voice needs to be heard. He gave me a voice for a reason, and this voice ain't no regular talking voice. I started to realize, no, I'm not talking out of the side of my mouth. This is wisdom. I'm supposed to be talking. I am a talker. And I deserve my own talk show. I deserve that. So what did I do? Not to be clarified by everybody else. Not spending $1 million a day to be on their team. What do? Poof. I made my own. Because sometimes in life we do for people more than we do for ourselves. We love the people more than we love ourselves. We'll do so much. We'll break our backs for these people. But then, if someone came up to you and truly looked at you and say, it's good to know that you did all these things for these people, but I have a question for you. What did you do for yourself? Just think about that. What have you accomplished? What goals has you accomplished? What things that you did for you? Have you ever followed your dreams? Did you do what you can to succeed? What have you done for you? Now I can say, I created my own talk show. That's all it is. And I have my dresses with it. I have certain other stuff with it. You know, letting people know if you need help, if you need any personal assistance, if you need a babysitter. You know, I'm letting them know what I do. And in this, though, I created my own talk show. And it includes family, friends, whoever wants to join sometime. But it's my show. And that's what it matters, is that you know that you created something of your own. And you didn't have to find any approvals. You didn't have to spend $10,000 million on it. All you needed to do is get your butt on YouTube and create your own free blog page and create your own online business cards. You ain't got to go do your little card stuff. You could just send it through their emails. And there, poof, there it is. You could send them this. And you created your own talk show. That's all. Because you're starting to let them know this is what I'm doing every day. I'm talking about my life. So Marquetta the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. That's a talk show. That's somebody who talks about her life and she continues to keep moving forward. And look at me. I look so clean. And sometimes in life, I didn't even know. I didn't even know how I was so dark. Now I know why. Look at my hair. It's black, I know. But see, I was that. I was black inside. I was dark. Well, I am black. But I'm saying I was dark inside. My heart was black. It was. Because you got to think about it. When you taking care of all these people, you feel good. It's a distraction. It's a distraction. You love taking care of them. But you're not taking care of yourself. And when they remove from you, you want to bop somebody in the head because they done removed your loved one. But then you got to understand, You need to take care of yourself. You can't keep on taking care of your loved one if you ain't good. But you didn't see that because you glued your eyes on this particular person instead of gluing your eyes on your goals and dreams. I probably wouldn't have been the woman I am today if some things did not been removed from me, like the loved one. I probably would never. My dad may rest in peace, but I probably would never been a strong lady like this if he didn't leave faith. If he didn't die leaving his faith. Okay? I probably wouldn't have been strong. If my mama didn't die and come back and then had to tell me, baby, I can't help you watch them kids no more. And it shocked me. What? No now. You can't leave me with them. Oh, no. I was mad. But then I start to realize my mom is sick. She can't help me. She can't help me no more. And so what I'm saying is sometimes we get so comfortable and glued in to people helping us. And then we don't realize they can't do it no more. And it's not even helping us. We were helping each other. Me making sure she was good and her making sure I was good. But sometimes in life, you got to kind of move on, move forward, and do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, doing the right thing is better. You got to let other people live too. You can still live. Your life is not over. And so once I officially had my kids, and I always had them, but I'm saying just no help, and I officially had them, I was scared because I didn't know. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh no, oh no. I was devastated. But then I started to realize that, you know what, no, you not finna do this. Don't be discouraged. I'm blessed. So many people done told me they gave up their kids. I'm so happy that I didn't do that. It wasn't that bad. And I said my mama didn't give up on me. When I had my baby at the age of 16, my parent didn't give up on me. My parent didn't make me have no abortion. My parent didn't throw me away and throw me in this river. My parent loved me for me, no matter what. Their love for me never changed. And they never really mentioned it anyways. They walked away as if it wasn't even there. And they loved my kids. And I guess when you don't see the things happening like it used to, it breaks you. It breaks you. It breaks you so bad. But even though it broke me so bad to see change, and I'm angry, but I wasn't seeing what God was doing for me during this break. He already showed me that my mom and my dad and my little brother was going somewhere in a dream way before this even happened. So he already gave me a warning. So I was angry with God because I didn't understand why he's going to take my dad. Why he going to take my mom? Why he putting people that don't even like me around me? Why he knows certain people don't even approve of me having this kid, my children? Why he doing all that? Why I'm seeing all this stuff? Why people walking out my life? I was angry with him. But then I didn't see that he made sure I had a roof over my head. And only thing I needed to do is make sure that I find somebody to watch them kids. I didn't see that he made sure that my dad was in a better place because my dad was sick. I didn't see that he brought my mom back to life. I didn't see that. I didn't see the big picture of the fact is that even though I was angry with him, he was doing some great things for me. And even though I seen the good, I was mad because I wanted things like that. I wanted my mom and dad. I wanted mommy and daddy. And I didn't have them no more. And so I was angry. But see, God now delivered me from this. And he showed me, no, you've been called to be a mom. You're doing something new. You are a mom. Your mom and dad can't do these things anymore. They're getting older. You're moved out. It's time for you to be strong. It's time for you to not be discouraged and do what you need to do. It took me a while, but I seen how my kids grew. Even though my kid, she has her minor issues, and sometimes I be trying my best to get them right. But I'm starting to realize I ain't gonna always be right. I can't help everything, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When I begin to read every day and I begin to write every day, I literally see my spirit get cleaned. To where even though I had the relationship that I was in, and the guy did not tell me he had a wife, I was discouraged. And he kept going month to month, playing with me. And my kids could have lost their mom because she's mentally stuck on some man that don't deserve her. Because he comes to the table and didn't even tell me, and I find out. But in this, don't be discouraged. Because there's somebody out there from somebody. I was feeling so less than. Feeling like all I had to do was lay down. All I'm good for is laying down. Because I'm not beautiful enough to be somebody's wife. I'm not gorgeous enough. I felt that way. But God showed me, don't be discouraged. I am beautiful. I'm so gorgeous. The things that I've done over the years to help other people, that's gorgeous too. But helping myself and making sure that I get clean, away from trying to find love in all the wrong places, that's what makes me really gorgeous. To be comfortable with going to places alone and people are looking at you shocked that you're sitting there alone and they're wondering, where's your party at? And you're like, I am the party. And they're shocked that you would come to this place alone. And they're sitting there like, wow, you are okay with being here by yourself. That's shocking. Because if you are okay with being places alone, that means you're okay with being with God alone. You're okay with going to different directions, traveling. I'm a traveler. That's why I don't have a vehicle. I'm a traveler. See, we don't think of those things. We don't think of them. We don't realize that since I was on that bus, I didn't even realize it either, that Even when my dad was alive, I still had to catch the bus. And when I was on there, I met so many different spirits to where I just realized I'm a traveler. If God wanted me to have a car, if God wanted me to get my driver's license, oh, he's going to send someone to do that. He's going to send it. And he's not going to make it too hard for me. He's going to send someone that's available on my time, not on theirs, on mine, that's willing to work with me. He's going to send that because God, he's a wonderful God, and he's going to make sure that you are okay. As I read him, he just seems like a sweet man, to where he seems like my daddy. I ain't gonna lie to you, because the man, he works with you. You make a mistake, get up and change it. That was my dad. That was my dad. Oh, baby, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And that's probably why I'm the woman I am today when he died. I still remember when he said, oh, they can't do it, let's go. We find someone else. Oh, they can't help you, let's go. Oh, they can't, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I felt my daddy's spirit with me to where I couldn't fall, because my dad made sure that I wasn't. And God felt like my dad. When he said he wasn't going to leave his daughter, he wasn't. And what's so crazy about it, my dad would say, when I said, I'm on my own now, I am going to sit here and I'm going to rot. My dad looked at me straight in my eyes and said, baby, your home, our home is your home. I don't care how old you is. If you ever need me, you know I'm going to be here. And my dad would be at my house every day. Every day. His love did not change. I was just dark, and he worked with me. He didn't run around talk about, yeah, my daughter with the kids, my daughter with the kids, my daughter with the kids. No, I was his daughter with his grandbabies. He didn't say single mother, single mother. No, my daughter with the grandbabies. It's hard. It is hard. But don't be discouraged, because I worked through this with God. Oh my God, just even thinking about it. He knew what I was doing in this house. I was planning something, talking about trying to help the homeless and getting them certain things, and talking about what I can do for the young youth, and encouraging them, and just going all over the place of showing. And it felt like someone was watching what I was doing, because even though I knew I was in my house by myself, something was going so loud, because people would randomly come and pull out money out their pockets. People would randomly buy me things. People would randomly hand me things. It was to the point where I was like, is y'all been in my house? It was so loud, to where even though I knew I was in my house alone, God was bursting. So many people were speaking. Hey, you need to make a blog. You need to make a YouTube channel. You need to get it done. And then after a while I said, what in the, what? What are you talking about? Then when I made the YouTube channel and I made the blog, but I also added things. I created my own dresses. I even planned on creating my kids line. I am definitely getting it together to where I invested in me, to where I got all those notebooks, and the people at the Target was shocked. that I had all this educational stuff and I was ready because I am a writer and I wrote like no tomorrow. And then I got my devotionals and I started reading like no tomorrow. And then I drew. And even though I knew I could not drew like that, I still drew. And so even though you know that you can't do this and you still do it, who is it? It's called you having faith and you're hoping for the better. So even though I wasn't even worried about no donations anymore, because I knew that God already was going to supply that. He already was going to give me everything that I needed because he was working for my favor. Some things I had to leave because God had something different. He had my own work from home plan so that I would not have to stress about what's going on in the school. Why does school keep calling me dorm work? What's going on? What's going on? What? That's what's me, literally. I was crazy. I didn't know what to do. Scared. Oh my God, how? What? How? Oh my God. You know? To where God's like, okay, honey, calm down. Rest in my presence. He woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning again. But this time I went to sleep. He comes and he brings his presence. God is really good. He's done some great things for me. He's made sure that I go to work and, oh my God, I don't have to do that no more. It's been hard. But I was supposed to share my goal plan, but maybe I had to talk about that. So it was just pretty much, don't be discouraged. Everything that I was talking about to you guys was really some things you are going to have to really let go. Yeah. Let go of what's hurting you. Release it. Do not remain in anything that's causing you to lose sleep or even messing with your brain. Being mistreated and feel it. Let it go. If you feel okay without the person, then let them go. It doesn't matter how long you knew or been with this person, or even if it's a loved one. If you're hurting, it's time to take some time for yourself. If you continue to see the same behaviors, then it's time to really work on moving on. Acknowledge the situation is truly hurting you and you need more than just a listening ear. Seek professional help if needed. Never allow anyone to make fun of you for staying in the relationship that long. It happened. Don't feel bad. You really thought the person would change. And yeah, your loved ones might have told you, but sometimes we just got to see for ourselves. That's true. But if you know the situation is not good for you and it's hurting you, get out of it. That's true. Whatever choice you make, be okay with it. That's true. So, of course, I'm going to show you guys my drawing. And here is me. And this is what I'm pretty much saying, is this. Embrace the good. Do not let yourself go for anyone. So I was always good. I was just gooder and felt great to help everybody else. But when it came to trying to help myself, I really didn't know what to do. But now I'm starting to see it. I am so beautiful. And I am so gorgeous. And I never needed to settle for less. I didn't need to lay up with anyone. I didn't need to just put my body out there like that just because I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Persons is just supposed to love you for you. And if they don't love you for you, then you need to find love within yourself. We try to look for things in people, but we don't realize if we just open our heart, it's in us. If we just open our heart and know that God gave us a heart for a reason, everything that we need is planted inside of us. And when we understand that, then we're going to be okay. Settling for less when you could be settling for more. But I settled for less because I didn't want to leave anyone. Even when they left me, I would say, I know how it feels to be left, so I'm not going to leave. But now I'm starting to pack my traveling bag and go. Because I have to make sure that I'm okay as long as my babies are too. But most importantly, you can't keep on putting your kids' mask on, everybody else's mask on, and then you drop dead. That's what happened to my dad. He was making sure we were okay and safe. His main priority was his family. He loved us, and he wanted us to be okay. So he died on our behalf. We could have died with my dad because he was driving, and he drove all the way to my house, and he dropped dead right by my apartment. Tried to call. We called 911, and it was all too late. Yes, I'm filled with guilt because I didn't get to save him this time. But God said he wasn't for me to save. He was for me to live. My dad, this man in my heart, he made sure that I lived. Oh my God. He left his faith. He left his faith. He knew his daughter was so angry with herself because she had the baby at a young age. And I would beat up on myself, literally, in front of my parents, in front of my little brother, in front of the kids. I would literally find things to kill myself because I was mad at me for being so stupid. But my dad, he didn't see none of that. Having a father is important. It's important, especially for the daughters. Because when the mothers don't know what to do, the father does. It's important. It's important. It's important to have a father figure in your life. And when you've done all you can and you don't have a father, you have God. God, he's been there for me. I've seen some type of universe move. There was just no way that I'm sitting here in my own place. There was just no way that I was sitting eight weeks in college. There was just no way that poof, there it is. I'm just going for business, and God delivered it to where he knew that I wanted to talk more and more about my father. And even though a lot of people were annoyed about me talking about my deceased dad, God was going to find a way for me to continue to just relieve and release my story. He wanted me to tell my story and stand tall on telling it and never giving up on hope. and letting people know that it's not easy, but it can be done. I'm only 24 years old, and God delivered it. He knew a lot of people were so annoyed about me talking about my dad. They didn't want to hear it. But God heard it. And God made sure that I continue to talk about daddy, daddy, daddy. Whatever I needed to do to set up my soap opera show, God was going to make sure that I do that. If I cry, I got to cry. If I got to do what I got to do, He was going to make sure that show was going to be set just for me. And He did it. He put me back on YouTube. I've been on here before. I have. And He put me right back to where I was at. Only for me to now tell a story. He showed me in my visions that this was what I was going to do. Talk to the grieved and the shut-ins. Talk to the people who lost but won. Talk to the lost that's going to be found. He showed me what I was going to do. But I didn't see it. But now I see it. God is a great God. And there's no one like Him. And yesterday I was playing, I had my outfit on, and my daughter was like, "You going to church again?" Because I had church music on, and my daughter was just so shocked to where she's like, "Mama, we've been going to church every day." Because when you get older, now you see why people would love God so much, or they would talk about God, or Jesus, Jesus. I see why my grandmother and my mom would pull me to church so much. Because it wasn't about dressing up like a ball. It was more about embracing the beauty that God gave you. It was more about saying, this is what God can do. And God knew I was hot-tempered, and I was a cuss box, and I can go ham if you make me mad. But see, He knew my heart, though. He knew my heart. And I was a great person. I just was angry at people that they didn't understand me like I understood them. Being misunderstood is so hard. But God, He was with me. And I really think God called me to do this. Because I literally now, since February, and I see those 100-something videos that I posted, every day I'm on here. Every day. It's like a drag to where this is what I have to do. I have to do my studies first, then get on here. Because that's all I'm doing. I'm at college still. All I'm doing, studying in business. Well, in this, thank you for watching Marquetta the Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. I hope you got something out of it today about don't be discouraged. We all make mistakes, but it's time for us to get up and do what we can and never give up on hope. Because when God said that He would never leave us nor forsake us, He meant that. And it's time to keep our head held up high and be strong. Because there's going to be people leaving us. There's going to be people closing doors on us. But God, yeah, you can't close the door, because it's always going to be open for you. His home is your home. So when you in your wilderness and you want to come back home, you can. My dad once said, when I said that, "Baby, my home is always open to you." He meant that. All them dreams that I had of him, He meant that. He kept His word. "Baby, I told you my home is open to you now." Then see them in them dreams about a million times where I'm like, "Daddy, now they said you can't see dead people like that." So why am I seeing you so much up in this dream like this. And I remember the one time Daddy done jumped right back in the dream. I said, Daddy, now what you doing, bud? To where he said, girl, I told you. I told you when I was alive. Now I'm dead, but I'm arise in your dreams now, baby. You gonna see me again. You gonna see me in them dreams. So that stop all that foaming out the mouth and that crying, because you gonna see me when you go to sleep sometimes, depending on how I feel. Depending on how that visitation is. You know, one time he came in and he said, I'm cooking. And I said, I can't play. And my kids, they getting on my nerves. Mama, I'm tired of eating these frozen foods. Mama, you can't cook. But we working on it. We work it. I'm getting my family together, y'all. You know, I'm trying my best to get us together and push both. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to learn. And that's the reason why I have to do these plans every day. Because even though you don't know, you will know. Because God will give you the utensils that you need in your life to get it done. I went to 2 parenting classes. And I'm proud of myself for going to that parenting class. I don't know what I'm doing. But God's with me. I don't even be knowing what I'm doing with myself. I'm like, ooh, what's all this paper signing stuff going on? Oh my God. You know, you gotta read. And that's why it's important to read and write and get that done. Because you gotta do all that stuff. You know. And so, anyways, thank you for watching my Quay the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. Have a very great morning. Let's pray. Oh, Heavenly Father, right now, in the name of Jesus, thank you for allowing me to just share my show with everybody, Lord, and continue to be with me during this time in the show. In Jesus' name, amen. I see it. I have my own talk show. Have a great day, guys.